It's disturbing and worrisome when you see women being called several names because of their inability to conceive at a particular time we expect them to conceive. Forgetting that it's a two-way thing. It involves a man and a woman to be able to make babies. A man has his own role to play too, while the woman also has a role, even though it's the woman that carries a major role, which is carrying the child for 9 months. But I've seen situations whereby a man refused to perform his own duty, that is, in the other room, when the woman was ovulating, forgetting that when this woman does not conceive or when she fails to conceive, the society will push all the blame on her. I've also seen situations where a man has a fertility issue, but still it's the woman that will carry the blame on her head. It even becomes more disturbing when you see some women calculating their ovulation wrongly, using someone else's ovulation time to calculate your own, because they say 14 days is the average ovulation length, so you must ovulate on the 14th day, forgetting that 14 days ovulation length is for those that has 28 days menstrual cycle. If your menstrual cycle is 28 days, that is, you can't counting from the first day of your menstruation to the day before your menstruation. If it's 28 days length, fine and good, your ovulation will probably fall on that 14th day. So bear it in mind that 14th day is the average ovulation length. It's not everybody that must ovulate on that 14th. So if you're one of those that make mistakes in calculating your ovulation day, please, you may want to sit back and watch to the end of this video. I'm going to be teaching you how you can calculate your ovulation correctly and accurately, so that your effort will not be vain, so that you will not be putting in effort and you're not getting results. In this video, I'm going to be explaining the best position that will help results in pregnancy, and also going to explaining or teaching you how you can calculate your ovulation correctly and accurately. So if you are ready, I'm ready. Let's get started. So let's look at the best position that will help results in pregnancy. So the best position that will help you get pregnant is that position that makes you and your partner comfortable and that allows deep penetration. That is the best sexual position that will help you get pregnant or that will result into pregnancy. Be it missionary, be it doggy, be it cowgirl, any position that you know that you are comfortable, your partner is comfortable, and you allow deep penetration. That is the best sexual position. The only thing I will add is you can use your pillow, lie on your back and put it under your waist and stay for some time before you go clean up. So that is that for the best sexual position. So that's the position that allows deep penetration. So let's get into the next, which is the best timing that will result into pregnancy. Please, before I continue, if you have not hit the subscribe button, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Do well by hitting the subscribe button. Also turn on your bell icon so you get notified whenever I post any new video. So guys, let's look at it. The best timing for you to have intercourse so that you could get pregnant for those trying to conceive. So the best timing is that time when you're ovulating. And ovulation simply means that time when a woman releases a mature egg from her ovary. If you want to know more about ovulation, I made a video about it. I'm going to be leaving the link up so that you can go there and watch the video and learn more about ovulation. So that is the best timing for you to have intercourse, for you to be able to get pregnant. You see why it's important for you to be able to calculate ovulation rightly and correctly. And for you to be able to calculate this ovulation time or your fertile days, is you have to have a regular menstrual cycle length. Your menstrual cycle length, as I've said earlier, is when you start counting from the day one you started your period in a month to the day before the next period for the next month. That length, that days in between, is your menstrual cycle length. So you must have a regular menstrual cycle length for you to be able to calculate your ovulation day or your fertile days. Let's do the calculation together. Have a board so that you can be able to understand better, for better understanding. So let's get into it. So guys, first thing you need to get when calculating your ovulation, or first thing you need to know when calculating ovulation, your correct ovulation day, is you need to get your accurate menstrual cycle length for at least 3 months. That is what you are going to get. And you know, the menstrual cycle length is the day you started your menstruation in a month to a day before the next period for the next month. So let's assume we're going to be working with assumption now. Let's assume that we're going to be taking December, January, February. Since we're in March, we're going to be taking your menstrual cycle length for 3 months, which is December, January, and February. Let's say in December, your menstrual cycle length was 32. Plus. Then in January, menstrual length was 30. In February, menstrual cycle length was 31. So what you're going to do, you're going to add. Let's add and see. 32 plus 30 plus 31 will give you 93. So we have our 93. So 93, what you're going to do next is 93 divided by 3. So let's divide by 3. So when you divide it by 3, you get 31. 31. So what you are going to do, this is when the 14th day, which is the average ovulation length, comes in play. So what you are going to do is this 31 minus the average ovulation length, which is 14. So 31 minus 14, 17. So for someone that has menstrual cycle length of 32, 30, and 31 for 3 months, there's probability that the person will ovulate on the 17th. But to be extra sure and to avoid mistake or to avoid error, you have to add 5 days before that day of your ovulation. You have to start having intercourse 5 days into that ovulation day, so that you have enough material to work with. So the body will have enough material to work with, enough semen to work with, so that there will be high chances of you getting pregnant. That is why you need to start having intercourse 5 days before that day. Or for those that their semen is not that strong, or they don't have variable perfect semen, at least you have in your husband, your partner will deposit enough semen in your body so that the body can work with it. So you start counting from that day, like 17 is ovulation day. So you count 5 days backward to that 17 and 2 days after, just to be sure, just to cover up. You don't want to hear this, that, or there's changes due to one thing or the other, due to one factor or the other. You understand, guys? So let's count 5 days backward from 17. So 17 is the ovulation day. So let's count 5 days backward. So you have 17, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. So you start having intercourse 5 days backward, which is from 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 into 17. And you add extra 2 more days after. That you want to get results. You don't want effort without result. So 17, you add 2 more days, which is 18 and 19. So bear it in mind that even though your partner is tired due to stress, due to work, is always busy, you should bear it in mind that 1 week, at least you should reserve 1 week during into ovulation for him to be active. You just put it into his head so that he will know and be aware, and you will know that you have a 1 week in a month that you need to do this for us to be able to have babies. That is, the partner is ready to have babies. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but don't said 1 week. So this is how you calculate your ovulation or fertile days so that you could get results. On your own, you can just calculate, take 3 months menstrual cycle length and do the same way, calculate it the same way I did. So if your question is, when do you start counting? For example, your ovulation is on the 17th. When you start counting is from the first day you saw your period. That's when you start counting. That is your number 1. You start counting till the day of 17. You mustn't be 17. What I mean is, but it mustn't be 17 before you know that it's the 17th. If it's on the 3rd, you start counting from that 3rd to get 17. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, which is 19th. That is the 17th. I just want to explain this in a layman term so that everybody will be carried along. I guess that is understood. That is from the first day you see your period. That is on the 8th, whether be it on the 9th, be it on the 10th. That is number 1 to the 17th day. So now what I want to explain now is, how did those people that have 28 days menstrual cycle and how did their own fall to 14th? Use the same calculation, you see that is accurate, to show that yes, what I'm teaching you, or this method I'm showing you, is a good method. So let's do this together, guys. For those that have 28 days menstrual cycle length, we have 28 days for 3 months. 28 my ink plus 28 plus 28, which is, will give you 84. So now this 84 divided by 3, because we have 3 menstrual cycle lengths, so divided by 3, you get 24. So now 24 minus the average ovulation length minus 14, which will give you 14. You see why the ovulation length for those that have 28 days menstrual length is 14. So those that have their menstrual cycle length to be 28, their ovulation will be on 14th. So you have to count 5 days back. 5 days back. For example, if you saw your menstruation on the 5th and your ovulation is 14, let's see, on the 5th, let's count 14 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 18th. 18th is the ovulation day. So you count 5 days backward. So you have 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is when you start having intercourse. And you add 2 more days. That is how you calculate perfectly, guys. In addition, guys, remember that to get in or to get pregnant involves 2 partners. You need a man and a woman. You need a mature egg and also a viable semen. So if there's any medical issue, you go to the hospital, you and your partner, not only the woman, should visit the hospital. The husband should be part of visiting the hospital. The man should not be left out, or the man should not be left out. Both partners should visit a gynecologist or a doctor that will guide them. You go, you do your medical check, whatever that is the issue, you rectify it. The second thing you need to know is that consistency. You need to have sex regularly, especially these fertile days. Don't miss it. Don't miss it, because if you miss it, every other time you're wasting your time just having pleasure. It's not for you to conceive. So if you know that you want to conceive, you need to have your intercourse at the right time. So guys, I believe that with this, you will get results. Your effort will not be wasted. Your effort will yield results. And please, when it does yield results, please do not forget to come and share with us in the comment section. So guys, if this is your first time of seeing my face, my name is Clara. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button, be part of the family. On this channel, I take my time to discuss a lot of important topics that will benefit you, your family, and everybody around you. So please be part of the family by hitting the subscribe button. Also turn on the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I post any new videos. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much. You guys are the best. I love you guys so much. So guys, see you in the comment section. I'm there to read your comments and to take your questions. Thank you guys for watching my video. See you in my next video. Bye for now.